Genesis chapter 47. Verse 1. Then Joseph came and told Pharaoh, saying, My father and my brethren, and their flocks, and their herds, and all that they have, are come out of the land of Canaan, and, behold, they are in the land of Goshen. Verse 2. And Joseph took up his 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, and made them to pass for his own before Pharaoh. Verse 3. And he brought them near unto Pharaoh, and he gave them in the hand of the Hebrews that were in the land of Egypt, to set them as herdmen over the beasts of the flocks of Pharaoh. Verse 4. And it came to pass at that time that Joseph spake unto Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in thine sight, O let my lord appoint me this day for a storehouse, and put me under thine hand, that I may be thy father, and Pharaoh's. Verse 5. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Forasmuch as God hath shewed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Historical context. During the New Kingdom period, 1570 to 1085 BCE, Egypt experienced a significant expansion of its economy, marked by the increased use of foreign labor and trade with neighboring regions. Verse 6. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled, only in the throne will I be greater than thou. Verse 7. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. Verse 8. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand, and put it upon Joseph's hand, and had him clothed with fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. Verse 9. And he made him to ride in the second chariot which he had, and they cried before him, Bow the knee, and he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. Verse 10. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I will yet add upon this. Historical context. As a high-ranking official in Pharaoh's court, Joseph's influence extended beyond administrative roles to include social and cultural aspects, likely shaping the lives of both Egyptians and foreign residents in the kingdom. Verse 11. Behold, I will give thee the land of Egypt for in our generations. Verse 12. Only thou art appointed over me, thou shalt be ruler over my house, and according unto thy command shall all my people be ruled, only in the throne will I be greater than thou. Verse 13. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. Verse 14. And Pharaoh took off his signet ring from his hand, and gave it to Joseph, and he was clothed with fine linen of the Egyptians. Historical context. The use of symbols like the Ankh, life, and Jed pillars in ancient Egyptian art often held significant meanings related to life, creation, and protection. These symbols may have been used by Pharaoh as a way to convey his authority and power. Verse 15. And it came to pass at that time that Joseph spake unto Pharaoh, saying, Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I will yet add upon this, behold, I will give thee the land of Egypt for in our generations. Verse 16. Only if thou wilt become so unto me, and feed my flock, and take care of all my cattle. Verse 17. For it shall not be that Pharaoh shall appoint his officers over thee, but thy brother shalt be ruler over thine house, and thou shalt go before them as in the beginning. Verse 18. And it came to pass at this time that Joseph went throughout all the land of Egypt, preaching unto all his brethren, saying. Genesis chapter 48. Verse 1. And it came to pass after these things, that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick, and he took his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Verse 2. And one told Jacob, saying, Behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee, and Israel strengthened himself, and sat upon the bed. Verse 3. And Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. Verse 4. And said, I will give thee this land for a possession, even an inheritance of the Gentiles, when thou shalt have overcome them that resist thee. Verse 5. Now therefore take thy weapons, thy rod and thy bow, and go out, against the men, and be not slow to do it. Historical context. This passage occurs towards the end of Genesis, just before Jacob's death. Genesis 49 follows. Verse 6. And he took them, even Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought him near unto him. Verse 7. But Israel stretched out his right hand, and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, for he was the firstborn. Verse 8. And he blessed Joseph, and said, God before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the God which fed me all my life long unto this day. Verse 9. The angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Verse 10. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this one is the firstborn, put thy right hand upon his head. Verse 11. But Israel stretched out his right hand, and laid it upon Ephraim's head, which was the lesser before him, and he made it subject to him. Verse 12. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh, and went up out of Egypt. Historical context. At this time, Jacob is old and has given final instructions to his sons. Genesis. Chapter 49. Verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Verse 2. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Verse 4. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiledst thou it, he went up to my couch. Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. Historical context. In the final chapter of Genesis, Jacob gives his blessings to each of his 12 sons, a tradition that was common among ancient Near Eastern cultures where the eldest son would receive a double portion of inheritance. Verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united, for in their anger they slew men, and in their self will they dig down cities. Verse 7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before him. Verse 9. He bound his foal unto the vine, and his ass's colt unto the choice vine, he washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. Verse 10. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Historical context. The tribe of Judah, from which would come the Messiah, Jesus Christ, was known for its wealth and power. Jacob's blessing emphasizes their future greatness and influence. Verse 11. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border